Hey guys, and welcome back to the 415 podcast with your girls, Miss B and Gita.
Hey girl,
Hey,
what you doing?
never listen to this podcast.
What podcast?
The 415 podcast.
Yeah!
And,
With Miss B.
and Kita.
Oil. I got you. So somebody said yours is
When
made fresh.
y'all know when I got mine. She said she was making it for her coworker.
It's being. What's good?
Me and this new shirt from the thrift store. And hey y'all, happy well, it's Labor Day weekend, but it's gonna be after Labor Day. Y'all still gonna wear your white? Cause I am. That rule went out the window, or out the door, or out the wherever a long time ago. Cause I wear what I want. Okay, I wears what I want. I'm wearing white. I'm wearing off-white. I'm wearing beige. I'm wearing all the light colors. I said it. Did you hear me? I did. That's it. How y'all doing?
It's on.
Kid, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. You know,
Y'all see,
about to enjoy this 3-day
I heard that one.
weekend. Mm-hmm.
I wish, because Hurricane Ida did a number. So let me talk about that. Hurricane Ida came up here, New York, New Jersey area, and literally wiped out. It was really sad how many people lost their lives in this storm. And the other part of it is like, they send you alerts to your phone for a reason. They tell you don't travel during this time. They tell you to stay home if you don't have to drive, if you don't have to, just don't. I look outside and a huge tropical storm, hurricane, tornado, whatever it was that swept through here, and people just riding out like it's cool. Like, what are you doing? There's some people who literally love being in the storm so they can get footage. I'm like, yeah, it's cool when you see the footage, but it's not cool how you got it. Leave that to the professionals who have to do that, who have to report it. And speaking to the professionals who have to be reporting it, y'all saw that guy came up on there when the black reporter was up there. His name is Shaquille. He was up on there reporting the news, for I guess it was Ida at the time. I don't know. But this white guy came in yelling like he was about to like bum rush dude on air. Y'all, he in custody now. He in custody because social media will go to work to find people. They found him. He's from Ohio, but he was down in I think that was Louisiana where it was being reported. But they got him. But I don't know how I got there. But sad that the people passed away, in this. A lot of people were stuck in their cars, drowning, all that crazy stuff. In the subway, like the New York subways were so flooded. Like, if I was in that subway and all that water came gushing in there, I don't know if I'll be able to walk the next day because it's nasty. And if you know me very well, me and germs don't work. And you're telling me I'm stuck in New York City subway when you can take a cotton swab and swab the whole, and what come out of that? And you telling me I gotta have my arms and legs submerged? No, ma'am. I seen the people swimming out of that. It got me kind of.
I mean, you
itching
gotta
right
do
now.
what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do.
It got me itchy. Ooh.
That's the difference. When you have what to say, fight or flight. What you gonna do?
Look, y'all would have had to put me in the water with apple cider vinegar for I don't know, a month or something. Cause
the thing is, I don't think it's just like right with our different weather patterns. I don't think folks up north take tropical storms and hurricane as seriously as we take snow. Like they tell us it's snow and ice, honey, we ain't moving. Yeah, because we know We don't get snow and ice all the time. This is not something we can function with. But we know how to time a storm in a minute. Like, hold on, you see, let me tell you how I used to do back in the day when I was home in Virginia. They say a hurricane coming. Okay, so everybody know you got certain time before that hurricane hit. When I see that sky changing colors, and they used to always freak me out because that sky would turn pink. I mean, hot pink. And I'd be like, yeah, this is about to be bad. Next thing you know, you waking up 3 o'clock in the morning, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Ain't nobody moving, ain't nobody going nowhere. You know, stay your tail home. Do not go, don't do nothing. Board the windows up. Do what you gotta do. New Yorkers, y'all like, oh, we can drive in anything. It don't matter. Okay. Keep on playing.
Let me tell you something. When I saw the people outside, I said, what are y'all doing? I'm from New York, but I ain't from New York.
Honey,
You
you
heard
got
me?
to stay home because that water, it ain't ice, it ain't snow, it ain't something, okay, that's something you not deal with. This is water, wind.
See, I'm from the burbs, okay? They from the city. I ain't from the city, okay? Burbs. Different over there. Shoot. I know one thing. I looked outside and I couldn't see outside. So I already knew what it was. And I was nervous because my complex, like outside my bedroom window, are power lines.
Mhm.
So you already know how nerve-wracking that is to have power lines literally right outside your window.
Mhm.
So I parked my little happy self in the living room. I said, we're not going to be back there. We're going to be in here. And I stayed in here until I want to say like 1, because that's when it kind of calmed down.
Mhm.
So then I went, in the room. But when I get that ping on my phone and it say, flood watch, flood warning, you heard me, flood warning. Yeah, I'm going to listen. I already went to the store. I already got what I needed. So why you outside at this here time?
Listen,
Okay.
wait.
When that thunder,
Mhm. What's that? When that thunder?
that thing sound like it done broke the pavement. I said, you see? Nope. My phones weren't even charged, y'all.
Oh no.
I mean,
listen,
2%, and I
know
think
when a storm is
1.5%.
hitting, and that's one thing I will do. When a storm is about to hit, Keita is charging that phone up because she
But you
already.
know what?
Listen.
No, I'll just say, but you know what?
Hmm.
Yeah, Keita got the storms down. I'll give you that, because when we went to Florida, I want to go take pictures. We ain't go right now. Keita, we're not going outside right now. We gotta wait. I mean, but it's right there. As soon as I said it's right there, they was like, all right. They started kind of getting ready. And then that thing started coming. And I looked outside. I said, oh.
Mhm.
Keita was like, you see what I was trying to say?
Listen, I don't play.
We don't get tornadoes.
Listen, I don't get tornadoes either, but because I grew up in Virginia. I grew up around the beach. I kind of know, and hurricane season was always whatever. So even being here in Georgia, folks be going to the store over a category 1. A category 1 ain't nothing but a thunderstorm, child. That ain't nothing. Now, holler at me when it's category 3. Then I'm scared. Because you got certain miles, I think it's over 100 miles per hour at that time. Maybe over 120 miles per hour winds at that time. That's when you get scared. Category 2, category 1, or a tropical storm, depression, that ain't nothing. That's just wind, rain. That's good sleeping weather.
You stupid.
Category 3, no, I'm now nervous.
What's the highest category then?
Huh?
What's the highest category?
You said what's the highest category?
What's the highest category?
Category
put your
5.
Other earphone. Put your other earplug in.
Category 5, I think category 4 and 5 was Hurricane Katrina. That's what that looked like. Like,
it's sad that they got hit again.
Right. And each hurricane can spawn tornadoes, right? But but you never know what that hurricane is going to do, because the hurricane got his mind of its own. Because that hurricane, I remember one time in Virginia, the hurricane came, it hit, It came on land, it hit, went out, came back. Like we got hit twice. It went out, came back. Like, hey, I leave my keys over there. Came back. And it messed up our water system. It messed up a lot of stuff. And I think when we had that storm, we didn't really get any bad storms after that for a minute. And it was like, all right, shoot. But when they be in Georgia, and they nervous about a depression or a category 1, I'd be like, child, that ain't nothing but that ain't nothing. Go to sleep. That's good sleep weather. If the power go out, let it go out for a couple hours, get some sleep.
You still bad. Yeah, I heard it and I stayed. I heard it and I stayed. Okay, that tree started. I said, "Dang, that tree moving like it about to break."
Oh yeah, and then that's when you see how flexible them trees are. Cause them trees be like,
girl. I mean, leaning, leaning and rocking,
leaning like them things at the car dealership.
Like they dancing.
They be all flailing. them trees be bending, boy. And I'd be like, yo, that's the only thing I'm scared of. Like, is some trees. Like, cause you never know.
One thing. There was a whole feud about trees on Twitter. People talk about there was like a photo where, I guess in front of someone's home, what do you call that? What do you call the fake grass thing?
Sod. No.
Yes. Sod.
Not really sod,
but that's what they called it. They called it sod. So it came up like this.
Like
and the tree came up with, yes. And they said, look, ain't no roots on that tree. Why it ain't in there? But tree roots don't go down. They spread this way. They spread horizontal. They don't spread vertically. And they was like, y'all know nothing about this. I think they said, what did they say, ecology or something like that? You don't know nothing about no ecology. I'm like, y'all really going to town on everybody.
When that tree about to come up and that thing, it look like that ground breathing. You be like, yo, that shit about to go. Like, like what? Yeah, no.
Yeah, because I was like, sod. I don't think I ever heard that term, or if I did, it just
sod
went
is
over my
nothing,
head.
but it's nothing but those squares. It's a square, and then it actually, then it turns. It's just an easier way for. Basically, you ain't do much to get your grass look like you want to look because whatever.
Yeah, because they calling that man-made. That's it. Like that.
Right.
That's
you put a lace front on your yard.
You stupid. Yeah.
You ain't actually put the seed. You ain't plant the seed. You ain't plant the seed to get your lawn the way you want it to look. You microwave your stuff, yo. You put a lace front on your yard, son.
Everybody want things fast. That's it. Shoot. But yeah. So this is also a big weekend, right? Because Certified Lover Boy done dropped. That's Drake album, y'all. And yeah, I done seen so many renditions of his album cover. The best one for me, like I told Keita off air, you heard me off air, was the women in tech makeover or rendition. I thought that was cool. You had, all shades of women with their laptops. I was like, come on, coders. Come on, product managers. Come on, y'all.
Right.
Do it. So yeah, it was cool. Taraji had her little hand in it with her TPH products.
I know that's right.
But the biggest thing that's trending is Andre 3000, because apparently Drake leaked Andre 3000's verse that was supposed to be on Kanye West's Donda album. He leaked it on Sirius XM, not even sure how he got his hands on it, but it's this big thing on Twitter right now. And Andre 3000 dropped a statement, and everybody's just like, wow, he's always so professional, so humble, on point, never out of character. Like, if everybody can be like that, oh my gosh, this world would be just dope as dope. But yeah, I listened to, I think, 12 songs in a row on Certified Lover Boy, and out of the 12, I like 3. Not saying I didn't they're not great songs, but for me, like the lyrics that were, I like 3 of them. Like those ones I would definitely repeat on a regular. Like some people like certain things, certain beats they gravitate toward, and certain I don't know. I don't really know like the musical jargon or, terminology or whatever, but I don't know, tones and
Mhm.
I don't know, whatever that stuff is. But for
Mhm.
me, lyrics, like hooks, that thing, obviously a beat. But when you say something, I'm like, wait a minute, what he said? Fair trade? He said, I've been losing friends.
Mhm.
And then he got peace. He said, that sound like a fair trade to me. Like you lose friends, but you gain peace.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the line for me. That's a song I like. I also like the one called Love All with
Mhm.
Jay-Z. So those two are in rotation.
Mhm.
I have to finish the next few because I think there's 21 songs on the album. And then I got to listen to Kanye's. But
Yeah, I listened to Kanye's. I think I skipped like 5 songs on Kanye.
mhm. How many are there?
28, I think.
Okay.
I think I listened to like the first 14. Then I skipped it because I seen that the baby was on up there too. And I went to the babies and then I gotta go back.
So you like the baby?
Yeah, I like the baby.
Okay. Why she do a face like?
And then my boo was on the album. My boo Pop Smoke. I was like, damn, Pop Smoke was on this thing. I said Pop Smoke went on everybody's album every year. Don't matter. This man is still popping. You understand?
It's his voice. It's so distinct. Yeah. But looking at him, it don't look like he would have that kind of voice. I don't even think it's raspy. I just think it's like super deep.
It's just that.
I feel like it's bigger than what he
Woo.
is. It's crazy.
Listen, that Pop Smoke boy, I'd be like, yes. Then one of the songs, it sounded like a Pop Smoke beat, but Pop Smoke wasn't on it on Kanye's album. And I was like, damn, is Pop Smoke gonna be on this album? Because on and this before I was trying to research like who was up there. And then because I was like, damn, is Pop Smoke gonna be on this album? Because on Kanye's album in Tidal, you don't know who's on the album. All they say is Kanye West. It doesn't say who's featured. You have to actually go into that song credit to see everybody's name. He's not using their stage names. He's using their actual government names. So you don't know. I mean, unless you know their government names, you like, what? And that's when I was like, okay, the baby is up here because he got Kurt Brown or whatever. He got Pop Smoke real name.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what it was. Bashar Baraka Jackson.
Yeah. And then
he's Panamanian and Jamaican. Oh, interesting.
Yep. When I heard Pop Smoke voice, I was like, yeah.
He kind of cute though.
He's fine.
Okay. Well, how old is he? You hear me? How old is he? He was only 20? Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah, but that voice sounded like that baby. That thing was. I was like, dang, Pop. Like if he would have, I could see him being like a mixture of. He kind of remind me of 50 Cent. A little bit.
Child, they want 50 Cent to be on the verses so bad with Ja Rule or Fat Joe. They want to see it. 50 ain't trying to play with y'all. 50 out here trying to get all these dollars. He trying to do business. He's like, man, just like Beyonce ain't trying to do this. Usher ain't trying to do it. Chris Brown ain't trying to do it. Like,
I mean, to be technical, Usher already did his little thing in the
he did
the
Verizon thing.
I mean, no, even when he was remember when Lil Jon and T-Pain was going back and forth. That it wasn't was it a versus?
Yeah, that was a versus.
No, they was doing their own thing. Was that versus?
That was versus? Yes. The first one, people didn't know what it was. They didn't know. It was The Dream and Sean Garrett, and then Neo and Jonte Austin did it, and then here came T-Pain and Lil Jon.
I don't know.
Well, the first one obviously was.
I thought they were just doing their own one night because they were just going, okay, this is who we got, this is who I got. But then one night, T-Pain, or was it Lil Jon? That's when they dropped. Remember, that's when they dropped the Usher song that nobody.
They dropped it on verses.
Was it versus?
Yes, they dropped it on Bird. I watched that thing because that's why I was like, oh, this about to be so fresh because T-Pain had a new record that was coming. Yeah. But to go back, I'm gonna say Crystal Ball because I said the first one, but Crystal Ball is Timbaland and Swiss's They're One in the Car. That was the very first versus how it was birthed. But nobody knew what it was. I don't think it had a term yet. I don't think they called it a versus yet. But yeah, T-Pain and Lil Jon. Lil Jon was in like a bar setting and T-Pain was in his basement or something like that.
But was it versus or was it just?
Yes, it was versus.
You know, I got to go back and look. Cause I'm like, yo, I don't remember that.
Because they didn't have freaking verses in picture form. Remember now they're marketing it. They didn't market them. It was just like it just went on. Kind of just knew.
Dang.
Yeah, girl. Like versus, I don't think they had an Instagram yet when the first 5 went up. Why Keto always got to go check stuff?
You're right.
No, I'm right. That's one thing I am gonna be. I'm gonna add my what you call it? My
It sure was.
What's the word I'm looking for?
But they
The
didn't
info
drop.
to
They didn't
support.
drop that Usher on that versus.
They dropped it on
They
Ludacris.
did their own. Yep. It was Ludacris.
And,
It was Ludacris, Lil Jon, and Usher. They did a live that night. One night.
they did a live, but it was dropped on Ludacris. Because remember, not Neo. Oh gosh, Nelly. Remember his power thing went out, so Ludacris just started just going in, just dropping stuff. But the most dropped new songs was on T-Pain and Lil Jon.
No, they didn't drop it on Ludacris and Nelly. T-Pain, Ludacris, and Lil Jon, Usher, and what's his name? Ludacris. Well, you know, all three of them. They got together because they had to get Usher's permission to drop it.
This is in a chat.
No, they all. I'm telling you, I know when Usher. Listen, because I remember because he had on a something in the water pullover that night. Ludacris.
It could have been an after thing. It could have been an after thing.
That's what I'm saying. It was an after thing.
Right, but it wasn't a versus.
It was that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a versus. It was all three of them on that night because I think he was in LA. He had on something in the water,
which is fine. You trying to be right, and I try to be right. God dang, Aries, like one of us gonna be right. No, bitch, we both right.
Damn it, I know, goddamn it. Shit.
People, they gonna be listening like, what is wrong with them? They just gotta fight each other. Yes, we the same person. April babies, come on, 415. That's us. That's it. But yes, they did have a side thing, but it wasn't a versus. That's what I'm saying.
That wasn't a versus. Yeah,
they did because remember, I think I was either watching and you wasn't. And I hit you like, yo, I should got a new joint, yo. Like this joint is freaking fire.
I watched it because they were talking about it. They was like, yo.
No, I'm talking about in the verses. I'm talking about in the verses one.
No, yeah. Okay. They did the snippet.
Yes.
They did the snippet of it, and then that's when they were like, we got to get permission to do the entire thing, and that's when they did that that separate one. And I was like, oh.
Because they was doing it on a lot of the verses. They had put in some new drinks, new music. I was like,
yeah, because T-Pain had some new stuff that he didn't drop. Lil
Jon dropped that right on his. I remember that bar, man. I remember. That's what's up. Anyway, we spending too much time, man. We didn't even get to the main topic.
Crazy.
I have one more thing that I wanted to say before we went to the main topic, but. Oh yeah, so since we're still on verses, Fat Joe and Ja Rule is up next on the 14th. They talk about who Ashanti gonna side with. Both of them is her brothers, so I don't know. They just want Ashanti to show up in that dress she had on at Fat Joe party. She had on daggone nothing. That's pretty much how Fat Joe put it. That thing was a piece of, the cloth that clean your glasses.
Mm-hmm.
It was that thin. Paper thin dress. That's what that was.
I didn't even see that.
Are you serious? She freaking nearly broke the internet with that dress. Every time she step out, she is like breaking the internet. Yep. I was like, dang girl, you can't even bend over. Her earring fell off when she was trying to do, she was singing
Oh,
the
that
thing.
dress, the blue dress.
Yeah. Yeah. She couldn't bend over. She couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, when you got it, you got it.
That's it. Look, I think the last 2.5, 3 years, Ashanti been like, yo, no clothes. Because when I seen her when I went to St. Martin, her and Ja Rule had a show out there and we went.
Mhm.
She ain't had no clothes on then. Like she's straight free. That's it. Doing the thing. But anyway, to the main topic. Episode 161, Keita.
161. We're discussing don't measure my success. You understand? Or how Miss B likes to put it.
My success is not based on society standards and expectations. That's my line because it's not. I think we all had a point in our life where we were trying to live up to society standards, society's ways. And then we came to realize, like, you know what? I'm never going to be this person. I'm never going to get to wherever that person, because I don't know the struggle that person had to go through to get to where they are. Like everybody's journey is different. Even if you were going up to the same thing, your journey is not going to be the same. It's just not. Life has curveballs. Your project may be, delayed because of a family matter or something, so it's going to be different. You can chase all you want, but it's just not going to line up like whatever. Like if Keita and I did the same thing, we get in there different ways. Because again, everybody's different. Some people are more strategic. Some people are, spontaneous. Some people are planners, some not. Some go with the flow. Some out the blue, like, yo, I want to do this. It's just, there's so many different avenues to take to get to a certain point. I'm just saying. That's why I say, if y'all going home, don't go the same way. You better learn your area. Mess around, be followed.
I'm one of those. I'm the spontaneous go with the flow planners.
Well, they call that non-planning.
I don't know. I just find I want to get done.
Ain't no to-do list over there. Ain't no to-do list over there.
No to-do list. Well, what is a to-do list over here? Like, I don't like to be restricted. I don't like to be in a box. You understand me? It's like you telling me to do stuff. I don't like to be told to do stuff. Okay.
Y'all remember how hard it was for her to get that little sticky note that time when I said, Keita, get your pen. Get a sticky note. The same red pen. And it still got ink in it because why? She ain't writing no to-do list.
I mean, it's gonna have ink. Duh.
Well, no, if you use your pen as much as I use mine.
I use it. See?
Look where the ink at.
See, I use it for work. See all this red. I use it for work.
DJ Red Alert. We need you over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's people that there's different avenues to take, there's not a one-stop shop way to do it, and I think that's why a lot of people don't go to college. College is not for everybody. Some people use college to kind of really, build their independency. Some people use because that's what their whole family did. Everybody went to college. That's what you're supposed to do. Other people want to go to party because they see just those highlights of it. And then others go because they actually want to learn, they want to take their academics to the next level. So some people want to do that. But I don't feel like, and we've had this conversation multiple times where we don't feel like you have to go to college to be successful because you don't. There are a lot of people who are super successful, who went to college and those who didn't go very successful. It's just how you, I hate to use the word plan here, but it's just how you kind of draft up what you want for your life. right?
Mhm.
And if you stick to it, if you have the stick to itness, because that is a term, which I didn't realize was a term, if you have the focus, you can accomplish so many great things. But when you lack that focus, you lack that that future look or future plan, it's going to be kind of difficult for you to attain.
Mhm.
So let's break down society success and then our success. So what's one thing you've always heard that you're supposed to do at some age? Name one.
Get married
When?
before your 30s.
Right? Okay. The other one, you must go to college to be successful.
Mhm.
What's another one?
You gotta have kids by a certain age.
Right? The other one is you got to buy a house. You must have a house. Those are the big ones. We hear it all the time. But when you hear people say, wow, you don't have kids, why? It's like a shocker.
Mhm.
I don't have kids because I just don't. Wow, you don't have a house? No. You're not married yet? No. I went to college because I wanted to get out of the hood. Like I grew up in the hood. But I didn't want to end up like a lot of the people, either dead, having a whole lot of kids, no goals or anything. So I went to college because, I was heavy, and I still am heavy in church. So I was always in some church program, some youth program, or some community initiative. I was always in that,
Mhm.
thanks to my aunt. NAACP, all that good stuff. So in those programs, I learned, what success looks like, and I've talked to people who were in college, and I got information, insider info, on why they went, what it's like, what to expect, that kind of thing. And I was like intrigued. So I wanted to.
Mhm.
I was gonna find, even, I didn't have the funds saved up like most, I don't want to say most families, but a good amount of families have that money set up for their kids from birth. I didn't have that. So I had to work in school to put myself through school. And that's a lot of people's, journey. But I did it. I did it. I can say that, that's a success for me. I had to work while working.
Mhm.
Like college is work. So I had to do all of that, and I was running track. So it was a lot. So that's one success I can say, I tackle. But that's what society says. We need to meet those things. And the world will say, great job. You hit our to-do, our to-do list.
You hear that quota?
Yep. That's it.
But it's stressful. If you sit here and try to live up to the expectations of society and giving yourself a timeline of, oh, I have to be this at a certain age, I have to have this at a certain age, I have to have this career at a certain age, I have to have this amount of money in my account at a certain age, I have to have this family dynamic by a certain age, or I'm deemed a failure. What? Like, hell, if I can get something done on my fake list, success.
It's true.
Like it could be small steps. Everybody's looking to have the big step. Everybody's looking like, oh no, don't. Everyone's not looking at the steps, the small steps they got to make to get to the
Mhm.
final goal.
Because the final goal is not the success. It's
what you had to
the
go through.
process.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the process. Thank you to Devon Franklin for clearing that thing. Because when he said that, I said, that right there. And we probably knew that already, but just seeing it you know, or hearing it, it just, yeah, solidified it for me. So for you, you said completing something on your imaginary list. That's a success for you. What else would you say, you know, or what does success look like for you? Like, what is success? Like, what is it? So let's do that. Let's define it. Let's define, oh crap. Let's define success, and then let's give our success meaning by, who said this? You know, I like to give credit where it's due. All right, let's go to Merriam-Webster. Success is the fact of getting or achieving wealth, respect, or fame. According to LinkedIn, success is the opposite of failure. It is the status of having achieved and accomplished an aim or objective. I
think I like LinkedIn's better.
I do. And one more, I don't know where this is from, but I think I'm just going to say it's Oxford. Oxford says the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. Yeah, I definitely like LinkedIn's. The status of having achieved and accomplished an aim or objective. So what else is yours?
I think I feel like according to society, I work backwards. Or I don't, I'm a little delayed in what I need to do for myself. And not because I didn't, I didn't feel like it was the time to do. It wasn't my time to be in certain positions, to be able to check off certain goals, or be in the headspace to check off certain goals, or have the desires to do the things that I wanted to
do. So you can say, to you, success is knowing your timing.
It's timing, it's being in a position to do, is making the right connections. Because for me, I feel like everything works together, right?
When it's supposed to.
When it's supposed to. The right time, the right people. The networking, the connections you make. Because everyone has a what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know where you're going with it, so I can't assist. A goal in mind?
I literally have my brain is froze right now.
Kind of like before the recording.
Either way, they have some type of impact in what you're doing. I think that's where I'm going. They have some type of impact. And I feel like even like
influence.
Yeah, there you go. Influence. Like with me trying to get certain things together now, you or someone else may be like, well, I've been trying to tell you that a long time ago. I'm like, well, it wasn't my time. That wasn't for me at the time.
But to add to that is you could still take that information and park it.
Yeah, it's been
when you're ready.
It was in the garage.
Yeah, but I think you lost it in the garage because I had to re-say.
It had the car cover on it. You know what I mean? It had the car cover on it.
I had to relay it. I had to reiterate it. I had to restate, which is fine because, again, like I told her off camera, is I'm the type of friend that if you know me, you know, I'm always gonna be like, see, I did not tell you that, but it's really not how most people would think it is. It's not on some pointing fingers like you didn't do it when when you were supposed to because I told you to do it. It's not like that. It's just that's just my personality. I'm always gonna say that, but I'm always gonna be that friend that's gonna make you think. I'm always gonna be the one that's gonna challenge you, and I'm not gonna let you do what you want to do because that's what you want to do. I gotta make sure that you know that it's actually, you know, gonna work out for you, or it's like something good. And if it's not, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm not the yes friend. Keita tell you that. I'm not the yes friend. So if you want a yes friend, don't come this way because she ain't it. You hear me? She ain't it.
No.
I want the people that I'm connected with to win. Period.
Right. I think for me now it's because I'm seeing where I am almost at a place where I could be like, okay, I'm almost in position. I'm almost in position to where I need to be. So now I need to really pay attention to what I'm doing, because if I don't, I'm going to set myself back. And I kind of did for like a month. I did for a month, and I was like, what the is this? No. I was there. And then I was like, okay, get back on track. And I put myself back on track, and I was like, okay, now I got to really pay attention to how I do things, how I got to set up, what makes sense, what don't make sense. Okay, now it makes sense now. Okay, now I can start implementing this going forward, right? Back then I was in a position, so that goal didn't look feasible to me. Because at that point in my life, I was still trying to get myself together. So that goal was looking like, girl, you was not getting there, honey. I don't know what you're thinking. And I kept having setbacks. So it was like, you're never going to get there. You're never going to get it. I'm letting it forget it.
But here's the thing. Success includes setbacks.
Right.
Some people think setbacks are failures, but they're lessons. It's like, okay, I tried it this way. Okay, that didn't work. All right. I learned my lesson there. You might try it again, thinking you can kind of force it, but it's not going to work. Okay, now you got to recalculate, reevaluate, rethink. Okay, let's go avenue B. Because you have to have options. If you don't have options, backup plans, what are you even doing? So for me, I would have to say, success for me is hitting the targets that I set each year. And when I say each year, I'm talking about my vision board. I've been doing vision boards for, I want to say the last 10, 12 years, maybe even longer than that. And I found for myself that that's how I stay on track, because I do 2 sets, actually 3 sets. I do 3 sets of goals. I do personal goals, professional goals, spiritual goals, right? You know, people look at me at work and they're like, why do you do both? I need to, you know, set personal and professional, because what you think I need to work on is your thing. What I know I need to work on is another thing, because I have, you know, things that I want to attain, not just at this company, because these companies think you stay in there. No, I got to position myself for the next big thing that could possibly be hitting me in my LinkedIn inbox. And that's why you need to have your LinkedIn updated, because you will constantly be hit up by companies, owners, founders, recruiters, talent, or whoever looking for stuff. And you may not even be looking, but the biggest opportunity could hit you and you're not even ready. Why? Because you didn't work on yourself. You didn't, you know, brush up on some skills. So my vision board consists of 3 goals: spiritual, professional, and personal. And if you listen to us enough on a podcast, you know that we do quarter check-ins. We do half-year check-ins. We always tell you, okay, now we at the end of second quarter now, because September is the last month in the third quarter. Y'all, we about to come into the last of 2021. If you did nothing from January to now, you got 3 more months to do something, to attain something on that list. So yes, that's how I measure my success. The targets that I set for Miss B. Okay. That's what I'm measuring my success on. So if I set that I need to, I don't know, get a business license,
Mhm.
by the end of the year, I better have some paperwork in place. If I don't have paperwork in place, that means I failed. And that's my goal. I failed
Mhm.
because I did not do what I had written down to do. So I'm measuring that based on, like I said, those 3 targets.
It's and I don't do a vision board, but I write mine down, right? So, and at first, I was taking it lightly. I really was. I was taking it lightly. I wasn't specific about what the things I needed and things I wanted and the goals I wanted to achieve. So I was just writing stuff down like, yeah. Nah, this is what I want. And then one year after I wrote that first list, I was like, why is everything in my life so confusing and upside down? Like, I'm very, like, this is not making sense. Like, what's happening? And I went back to that list and I would read it and, I get that voice and it said, you wasn't specific about what you wanted. I was like, oh.
I want a man. Here's one.
I said, oh, you wasn't specific about that. I said, oh, okay. So every year I got more specific about the things I wanted. And I would go into every year, I would notice instead of just having 1, 2, 3, I am actually having paragraphs about the things.
You have to be super
the things
detailed.
I want. I mean, detail about what I want, how I want it to go, this and this. And it was crazy because I remember, was it 2020? Was it 2020? 2020 is what I said. I was like, yo, I want my car paid off. 2020. I want my car paid off 2020. That's it. I don't care. I want it gone. And I didn't have much left to go, but I was like, yo, I just didn't, to be honest with you, how I looked at it, the goal that I had in place wasn't, it didn't measure up. Based upon where I was, it was not measuring up how I needed things to happen, right? But hey, when the government gave them stimulus, I said, there is a God somewhere. Them stimulus came in, I said, oh, the car's paid off and I'm done. I don't have to worry about anything. This is mine. And I ain't got to worry about nobody. Okay. And for me, I was like, yo, I put that on my list. I put that on my list to have that one specific thing done, and it's done. Even it happened in 2020. It happened 2021, February, March.
But a lot of people's goals got shifted because of the pandemic.
Right.
So,
and I noticed with me, like sometimes I may have a set goal about certain things. And I may say, okay, 2020, but this year, this is what I want. But it always bleeds until the next year.
Right.
Or whatever. So that's one thing about me. I don't measure the length of time that it takes, but because I know eventually it's coming up and it's going to get done. So that's one thing I noticed. I kind of get on my Lauren here. I don't measure time type thing. And I just let it, however it's gonna happen, it happens, and that's what it's gonna be. Right. But the fact that it got done, I was like, "Whoo, girl, you're feeling like I was feeling like I did something. I did something, but I did something."
That's what I did a couple years back when my little Jetta. I doubled up. I think I might have tripled up payments because I got to a point. Because again, like. I need to put this back on because I hear myself. I got to a point where, I was like, you in a good space. You don't need money, but you got it. You're not struggling. Okay, let's double up on this stuff. Let's get it to the point where you don't have nothing going out. All you had going out was pretty much rent and utilities. That's it. There was nothing else. So that's where I was trying to get to. And then, we had to say goodbye to YOLO, my car. And we got another one. I now wish I would have kept it. I should have kept little YOLO. I should have. Because that thing, like, I love that Jetta so much. Shout out to Volkswagen. But yeah, like setting goals is something that I do on a regular. It's not just for the year. I'm setting goals daily as well, because there's things I got to do today. There's things I got to do tomorrow. So, it's just not an overarched deal. It's, little minor sub goal, subdivision or sub goals. So everything that I do, I got to write it down, whether it's on my phone, but I like to write it because when I write it, I remember. I'm like, yeah, I wrote it on page 2 in the middle of the thing. And I like my handwriting right there. So yeah. And I also underline that word. So yep, I remember. So that's why I write it. Because if I don't write it, I won't remember it. I could put it in my phone, but that ain't gonna help. So that's how not society, me, how I measure my success in my life. I don't care what the government got to say. I don't care what society said. I don't care what people think because, everybody think they a master of everything because they got to this point and they think their way of doing it is the best way to do it. I'm a millionaire. This is how I did it. Okay, that worked for you. Okay. My goal is not to be a millionaire. That's not my goal.
Right.
No. That's not it. My goal is to do the things that make me happy. Exactly. My goal is to do the things that I'm passionate about, and those things that I'm passionate about excel and do great. That's all I'm worried about. I can give 2 flying birds about what society said I need to do because I fell in that trap once and I ain't falling in it again. Nope. Because I literally ran into walls following society. Like, oh my gosh, I hit 35. I'm not married. I don't have kids. I don't have this. I don't have that. And like, it'll run you crazy if you let it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Now I'm supposed to get scared because 40's coming.
Child.
I'm not scared. As long as
that's cool.
It's just numbers at this point.
But dang. we almost there.
It's just numbers.
God.
That's why I said I got to a different point where when my birthdays come around, I'm happy because I'm still here. I'm still able to move. I move better than a lot of these youngins.
Facts only.
I'm exercising. I'm good. My health is good. Like, yo, all my teeth is here.
I don't look it.
Hello. All my teeth is here. Thank you,
I
Jesus.
thought you was about 26. Oh, you did? Thank you, child.
Shoot. I might not be in the 20s, but they still say, you look like you about 30. Okay, I'll take it. I don't care. Whatever. You want to do a TikTok? I can sit and do a TikTok with you. I can still hit a move. What? I can still do it. So again, like they always tell you, you got to stretch. You stretch, you be in there. But they tell you, put your mind to it and you can do it. People starting stuff at 75, 80, people getting married at 80. Like, you can do whatever you want. Forget society, son. Society is empty. That ain't nobody. There's nobody. Imaginary list. Go on with that. They want you to sit here and do all of that, and then you get there, you're not happy.
Right.
You didn't want kids, but you had it because society told you that.
Right.
So no. Follow your rules and your rules only. That's it. God said it. I believe it. I'm going to follow. Boop. And that is how success is done here on the 415 podcast. You have any questions? Inbox us.
In that order.
Yes. Thanks, Mama D. That's it. That's all I got. What you got, Gee?
That's it for me.
That's it. Hope y'all enjoyed this. But like we always say, like we always do.
Do it this time. I can get
Be kind. Do something nice.
Hey. Oh.
Yes. Speak life into somebody. Somebody needs it. If somebody you know is struggling right now, call them. Go on and call them. I'm trying to connect with somebody from the hurricane because a lot of people done lost stuff. I'm trying to find people because I got a lot of clothes and stuff that I can kind of pass off. So if you know somebody, holla at the kid. All right, y'all. That's it. That's what we got.
Peace, love, and hair grease. We out, peace. Bye.